Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you're all feeling well. Today we are going to um, talk about a new grammar lesson, which is the future simple tense. And now I'm going to share with you a screen and then we're going to talk together. Okay, the future simple tense. What is the future simple tense? And when do we use the future simple tense? We use the future to talk about events or actions that didn't happen yet and will happen soon or later on. So things that didn't happen yet. We don't know when they're going to happen, but they are happening soon. To start, we have to know that there are two forms of the future simple. We form the future simple tense in two ways. The first way is will plus the verb in the infinitive or in the base form of the verb. The second way, be going to, and be here means am or is or are, plus the verb in the base form also. These two forms are used in different situations. Let's see, when do we use will and when do we use going to? When do we use will? Number one, or the first situation we use will with, is prediction. And what do I mean by prediction? It means guessing that something is going to happen. But I'm guessing that something is going to happen and I don't have a clue. Not based on evidence means I don't have a clue. We use will to guess that something is about to happen in a while, but we don't have an evidence or a clue. Thank you. Example, look at the picture here. It looks sunny. So if I say, I think it will rain, I have no clue, no evidence. In this picture, as you can see, there is no evidence that it will rain. Okay. On the spot decisions or sudden decisions, it means that I took the decision of doing something now. Mom, the bell is ringing. Tom, I will open the door. So we have a conversation here between two people, a mother and her son. They decided the bell was ringing and the mother is telling her son that the bell is ringing. So he had the decision to go and open the door now. As you can see, he's running to open the door. The third usage that we use will in the future is promises. Look at this girl's room. Does it remind you of someone? Okay. Here, her mom tells her, did you tidy your room, Sarah? Sarah said, sorry, mom, but I promise I will tidy it when I come back. So if you promise someone to do something, use will. So the first one is a quick decision uh, um, or promises, and also we have prediction not based on evidence. Number four, threats. Here, as you can see, a mom is shouting at her girl, if you don't be quiet, you will be punished. And we mean by threats, to threat is to tell someone that you might or will cause them harm in order to make them do something. Asking for help or offering help. Look at this picture, the old lady here. She can't carry her bags, so she asked this young man to help her, and he offered to help her also. And in a polite way, you use will to ask or offer someone help. Will you help me? This is asking for help. Yes, I will carry the bags for you, which is offering help. Sometimes we need to ask someone for help. We use will, which is a polite way of requesting or asking. Conditionals. Okay, look at the first picture. Someone studied and got the first, he was the first, so he succeeded. If you study, you will succeed. As you can see here, will in the second part of the sentence, we used will because this will happen in the future. If you don't study, you won't succeed, and won't means will not. Okay, hopes and wishes. Look at this boy, he's thinking of his future. He hopes to be rich and buy lots of things that he like. I hope or I wish I will be rich one day. How do we form the future using will? We add in the affirmative sentences or positive sentences, we add the subject or the doer of the action, and then will, and then the verb as it is, or the base form of the verb. In the negative, we add the subject or the doer of the action, and then will not or won't. I can use will not or won't. And then the verb in the base form or the infinitive. The interrogative or the question, yes or no questions, we will add will plus the subject plus the verb as it is. The WH questions, add a question word and then will and then the subject and the verb as it is. Okay, when do we use be going to? And as we said that be here means am or is or are. Look at the picture. It's cloudy, so it might rain. So here I have an evidence that it might rain. So I'm making a prediction or a guess, and I have an evidence. We use be going to when we are guessing that something is going to happen later on, and I have an evidence. Example, it is cloudy. I think it is going to rain. Plans or decisions. I've already made a plan of something, or I decided that I'm going to do something. Look here at the picture. Arrange decisions that people plan for them in the future. We use with them be going to. Example, I'm going to London next week. I've already booked the tickets. So here, the tickets are with him. He prepared his passport. So he made the decision of going to London. So I'm going to go to London next week. I've already booked the tickets. How do we form the future using be going to? In the affirmative, we add the subject plus the verb to be plus going to plus the verb. As we said, that subject is the doer of the action, and then verb to be accordingly. If it's he, she, or it, we're going to add is. If it's I, and we're going to add am. And if it's you, we, or they, we're going to add are. And then going to, and then the verb in the base form. The negative, the subject plus verb to be plus not, is not, am not, are not, plus going to, plus the verb in the base form. The interrogative or the question, if it's a yes or no answer, we add verb to be, is or am or are, and then the subject, and then going to, and the infinitive. If it's a WH question, add the question word, plus verb to be, plus the subject, plus going to, plus the infinitive. Okay, what are the time expressions that we use them in the future or the keywords? Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, tonight, soon, next, in a week, in the future. Okay, I hope you've understood the lesson somehow, and then we're going to do some exercises to confirm or to make sure that you understood the lesson. I hope you you loved the lesson, and see you inshallah.